All right, welcome everyone to day one of the Recreate You Challenge. My name is Cami Kennedy. I am a life coach for perfectionists and high achievers. And today's topic is all about creating your vision. So, just so you know, if you're tuning in live from any of these platforms, this is a 3-day challenge. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be impactful because I'm treating you as if I treat any of my clients, where I really want you to succeed. I really want to give you the tools that you need in order to move forward, not just in 2021, right? Everyone's creating their vision for this year, but you've got to actually focus on beyond 1 year, right? Because we saw what happened in 2020. And if you're short-sighted on your vision, you're going to look at things, you're going to think things aren't working, you're going to lose motivation, and then ultimately you won't be any closer to your vision. So a couple housekeeping things. If you are joining on the Instagram platform, the YouTube platform, or on Facebook, please do comment below so that I know that you're here. If you're taking part in this challenge and you're watching the replay, then make sure you hashtag replay in the comments so that I know that you're here as well. So let me go over a few things in the beginning here as part of this challenge. I'm doing it completely for free because I want to set you up for success with the 3 components that I teach my clients, which is day 1, creating this compelling vision, creation of what it is that you desire and getting crystal clear on where you want to go. On day 2, we're going to tap into belief, right? Because a lot of times we set out on a goal, on a vision, but we're not actually believing. So we're going to dig into how to develop that belief. And then on day 3, we are going to do a planning session where we actually conquer, where we actually do the things that are going to get us towards our goal. A lot of people, oh, hey, Lucy, I see you tuning in. Awesome. A lot of people, what we do is we take actions, but we're not energetically aligned with them because we're not believing in it. Okay. So we're going to take you through step by step today. And if you guys are tuning in live on Facebook, please know I'm using this format called StreamYard. So make sure that you click the link that says allow StreamYard to use my information so I can see who you are. Because I just had somebody comment that says Facebook user hello, and I want to welcome you by name and say hello to you and welcome you on this platform. Okay, so a couple housekeeping things, If you want to be eligible to win the $3,000 in prizes that I'm going to be giving away over the next 3 days, this is what you need to do. You need to make sure you're registered for this so I can communicate with you directly. Oh, hey, Kat, I see you joining on Instagram. I need to make sure that you register directly in the link, camikennedy.com/links. Go there and make sure you register. You can do it after, but make sure you're on the email list to receive all of the updates via email. That is how I'm going to choose a winner. You've got to make sure that you are on the email list. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is you must participate daily in the challenge. So that can mean tuning in like you are live. Okay, awesome. I see Kaylee tuning in like you are live right now. Or it can mean watching the replay and doing hashtag replay. That's how I know you watched it. That's how I know you participated. Okay. Number 3, the homework of each and every day is going to be to post something, a key takeaway, a learning, a feeling, something you may have done or taken action on. You can post it on any platform, preferably Facebook or Instagram, using the hashtag Recreate You Challenge. Hashtag day 1, hashtag day 2, hashtag day 3. And make sure you tag me at Cami Kennedy, okay? Now, the reason why you want to be on the email is because a lot of you are going to forget this. So I'm going to send a summary of all of this to the email as well. So I wanted to keep that as housekeeping. And if your profile is on private, just change it to public for 3 days if you're wanting to win so that I can make sure that I can see what you're posting, okay? So those are the housekeeping. Julie, yes, I can see you. Yes, you did it. Julie, I see you showing up. Welcome. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the content today because I want to give you a lot of value, and this will be about 45 minutes long. So if you are in a place where you can grab a notebook, you can grab a pen, you can take notes, this is what this is designed for. If you're listening while you're driving or you're working out, totally fine. Just come back and do the replay. But really, this is all about actually doing the things, not just listening, not just being like, that's a good idea, great. I want you to actually change your life through this process. And I have a lot of people who have simply just taken part in my free challenges and implemented something in their life or in their business that completely changed their life. This is why I offer these free trainings, because I know that this is the step, this is the spark, this is the one thing that you may need to get you to your next level. And of course, I'm always available if you'd like to work with me one-on-one in my group programs, but I really want to serve you at a high level and give you amazing things that will change your life that most people would make you pay for, okay? So let's talk about vision. I actually went and looked at the definition of vision in the dictionary, and vision is, there's three definitions. Number one, the ability to see, right? The actual vision of the eyes. Number two is the ability to think or plan with imagination, right? Think or plan the future with imagination. And then number three, which is kind of my favorite, is like when you see a vision or a dream, or you're in a trance, or you see like an actual apparition or something supernatural. The reason why number three is kind of cool to me is because I've had things happen to me in my dreams that came true in real life. And there were simple things, but one of them was a little gray kitten was like walking towards me in my dream. And I remembered I woke up and I journaled about the kitten, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a cat. And this happened in March, in the spring of 2019. And then in the fall of 2019, my husband, which I was just dating him at the time, found a cat, like a kitten, a teenager kitten, and brought it into our home. So the reason I say this is to say, at the time when I was thinking about having a kitten, all of my reality was pointing towards that's not possible. My husband doesn't want a cat. Like, he's not going to bring a cat. We're not going to buy one. But right, where there's a will, where there's a way, where your imagination is allowed to flow, you now open yourself up to these things being possible for you. So the reason I say, having a vision, or getting in a trance, or being in meditation, or just using your vivid imagination is because it just opens us up to potential and to possibility. So that's what I want to do for you today. And I do want to say this. I think this is important for those of you who are new. Thank you for being here. Again, my name's Cami. I am an intuitive life coach. A lot of times when people see me now, they have no idea what my life was like 10 years ago. So I like to always add in a personal story so that you can relate, because a lot of times, especially with 2020 being so challenging, when people see me talking about mindset, their general thought may be, oh, well, that's great for you. Good. You're so positive, right? Like, okay, mindset. Yeah. And it can be very triggering when our circumstances are feeling really challenging toward us to have somebody talk about mindset. And the reason I know this is because I used to be the most negative person. I used to be so mean to myself and judgmental towards others. I mean, I even remember working at a job where I called one of my coworkers worthless. I mean, I was not a nice person. And it was because my mind, right? All of our minds are really programmed towards negativity, towards judgment, towards exclusion, towards seeing how other people are wrong and how we are right. And that simply comes from our ego, right? Our ego tries to keep us alive, tries to help us survive, tries to show us that we're better or worse than other people. That's when we get into comparison. And so the reason I'm saying this is because I can think about 10, 11 years ago. I remember it because it was at Christmas time. I have a degree in biology, and I was working this job in an actual dungeon. I was working night shift in a laboratory, and my job was to cut up human body parts. I was in a pathology laboratory. So I remember sitting there, and I was working with this chemical. You may have heard of it. It's called formaldehyde. It's known as a reproductive toxin. I can remember just smelling it, right? Because I was always around it, and I had to work with this pathological waste, and it would like make my eyes water. And I had to wear this badge on my lab coat to make sure I wasn't getting overexposed to this very harmful toxin. And I'm sitting there over this red bin of pathological waste. So essentially what I was doing is I was taking a human body part and I was separating the chemical from the actual body part, whether it was like excess fat or somebody had a gallbladder removed or something. And I was sitting there over this trash can looking into a pile of actual literal like human flesh and fat. And I can hear Christmas music and I'm crying underneath my face mask because I'm looking into this actually thinking like, my life has to be better than this. Like, I know that there's more for me than looking in this pile of human waste right now and breathing in these reproductive toxins. And in that moment, the thought that got me through that job and that time period in my life was really just the thought of, this is the worst it can get. Therefore, I know it can get better. So if that is where you're at right now, I just want to encourage you that you can hold on to that thought that things seem challenging right now. My circumstances are not ideal, and I know they're going to get better. Here's the beauty of this. You can create a compelling vision from a dungeon, from the basement, from really dark times in your relationship, from really dark times in a financial situation, or getting fired from a job. I've been fired 3 times in the past 5 years before I became a full-time life coach. So I'm telling you, when you create this vision, even if you don't believe in it, as long as it excites you, as long as it compels you, as long as there's an emotional connection, it is going to serve you and it's going to support you as you move forward in action. When things are tough, if you're believing for a better future, it's going to keep you putting one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other to progress towards your 5-year vision, towards your 10-year vision. Okay. If you guys are liking this, if this is resonating with you, please comment, throw some hearts up if you're on Instagram. I want to know if you're one of those people right now who's maybe in a darker, challenging time, or if you need some encouragement, you need some hope. That is what I'm here to provide. Have you heard that phrase? I'm a hope dealer. Absolutely. I want you guys to receive that today. Okay. So here's what I'm going to teach you. 3 things. I'm going to teach you how to create a vision, a compelling one. I'm going to give you prompts and a process to create it. And I'm going to ask you to take aligned action, right? Tony Robbins says, never leave the sight of setting a goal without doing something towards its attainment. So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to make sure that we're taking action. All right. So I do have a couple prompts written back here on the board. It might be backwards on Instagram. It looks like it's forward facing on Facebook, but I'm going to verbally describe what's written on me behind the board as well, so that you can take notes, so that you can do this process for yourself. The first thing in creating a vision is to not take it so seriously. Like, that's literally the first part. When I was in fitness and health coaching, and I was a fitness personality, a fitness model, I was really so stuck on becoming a cover of a magazine, becoming 10% body fat, having my body look a certain way. And I was so serious about the goal that every time I would work out, I would get stressed about it. And then I would like be stressed about the food I was eating. And my goal was making my life a living nightmare, because I kept thinking once I reached the goal, I'm going to be happy. And I'll tell you this, when I was 16% body fat, I was at the unhappiest that I could have ever been, because I placed my goal on a pedestal and I acted like once I would achieve that I would be happy. But I'm here to tell you, this came to me 10 years ago when I was in the shower. I was having dark times, but you know how we get downloads in the shower. And what came to me then was, it's not happy when ... It's happy now. It's finding happiness in this moment, because as we're fulfilled in this moment, we create that sense of fulfillment and we take it with us as we achieve those goals, as we achieve that vision. Okay. All right. I'm loving it. There's a little delay on Facebook and you guys are saying, yes, that's what I need. I resonate with all you said. Yes. So much truth. Good. But I want you guys to like physically, and listen, I'm an intuitive coach. So I do weird things sometimes. So play along. Okay. Play along. Even if you don't think it's worthwhile. I want you right now to just shake your body. Just kind of shake it. If you can stand up, I'm going to stay seated, but if you can stand up, just shake your body. Take a couple deep breaths and just shake off the seriousness. Okay. Shake off the seriousness of 2020. Shake off the seriousness of like, I need to have a plan for 2021, right? Like, it's cool. It's chill vibes. Okay. Just shake it off. Take a couple deep breaths, relax the shoulders. And we are going to create from the space of playfulness, from the place of fun, Okay? That's what we're going to do right now. So, how can we start to get playful with our vision? This is step one, right? Like, shake off, let go of the present circumstances. Another thing you can think of is just somebody coming, and you remember the ice bucket challenge from a few years ago? Pretend it's warm water though. Let's pretend it's warm water, not cold water. But I want you to pretend that somebody has this bucket of warm, like soothing water. And maybe you can imagine it's a color. Maybe it's like pink loving, or maybe it's purple, or whatever your favorite color is. They're just pouring this like energetic water over you. And they're just allowing all of your present circumstances, all of your limiting beliefs to just wash over you. And it just gets released and it just flows out into the ground. And then the ground and the grass is all happy because now you're clean and the grass got some water. Okay. Okay, good. You guys are doing this. I see your goosebumps from shaking off. Yeah. Okay. So now that we're all clean and fresh and we're just having fun and we're being playful, now from this playful, fun energy, we can start to ask, like, what if? Like, what if I could just have a brand new car right now? What would that be like? Right? Don't go into the how. Don't go into, well, I don't have enough money for the new car. I want you to just go, well, what if I had my dream car? What if I lived in my dream house right now? What if I had this beautiful, passionate relationship that I desire? Excuse me, I'm getting excited, so I'm yelling. Let me take a drink. Okay. So play with the game of what if, okay? That's one of your first prompts, like just stepping into what if. And I use this example on a training I did earlier. I work with business owners, but I work with everyone, in all different areas of their life because I coach you on everything. But specifically, what was coming up today was for business owners, like stepping into the energy of making 100K in your business. And I was like, okay, don't stress out about the how on how to get there. Just play with the energy of whatever that goal is and start to think about what you would do differently. And one of the things I thought of is like, I would just, this is not for me personally, but I think a lot of people might do this. I would just go into Lululemon and buy anything I wanted. Right? That's the energy of making 100K. Or if I was in my dream car, I would just have the maybe you have a convertible, I would have the top down, my hair would be blowing and I'd be driving towards the beach. Sit in the energy of that feeling of just playing with what if. What if I could have this beautiful relationship? Oh, this is so good. Kirby's saying, what would you do if you couldn't fail type of mindset? Yes. If you had all of the money, all of the skill in the world, and this actually gets to step three, which is painting your vision. Like imagine you're sitting down, right? You're completely clean, we're playful. And I want you to imagine like painting that vision across a screen or actually picking up paint and painting it there, right? And you have the best skill in the world to create this image. You have all the skill, all the resources in the world. What would you create? This is when it gets really fun. And for me, although I do mindset work and I work with humans, right? I support humans in their transformation. My vision is to help animals. I want to save 200 dogs a year. And I know what that looks like. I want to have this animal rescue that I completely invest most of my money into. I want to have scholarships for children all across the world. I want to have mindset scholarships. That's the playful energy of what if. What if you had everything? Okay. And then I want to actually give you some prompts. So what's behind me is these are some journaling prompts that you can use to start to create this. And so we're in step 4. So let me just recap those of you who are maybe Virgo energy or very organized energies. Number 1 is let go of the present circumstances, shake it off. Number 2, get playful and imaginative and get into that what if creation energy, not the how, but just the what if. Step 3 is paint your vision, like paint it vividly, like feel it, taste it, touch it, create it. If you achieve that thing, who would you talk to? Who would be there? What would your kids be saying and doing? How would you be celebrating, right? Painting all of that vision. And you can do it in your mind's eye. I do teach meditation. I do teach mindfulness. So you can do this as a visualization. You can do it through vision boarding. You can do it through journaling. And you guys, today I'm actually going to be giving away a free ticket to my vision board workshop, which is virtual, which is tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned to the end because I'm giving away a daily prize during this session. And make sure that you're registered, okay? So if you end up commenting and if you end up winning, you also have to be registered for this. But I will be giving away a vision board workshop so you can spend 2 more hours with me for free on visioning, okay? But step 4 is to journal it. because this is easy. I know all of you can do this. I know all of you have access to paper and pen, or you can put it in, you can type it in your phone. But here are some journaling prompts. Sitting down, and actually, let me read this comment here because I know it's going to be good. Lucy says, I would love to be living on the lake, a place where I could work from, a place to meditate at and create memories with my boys in the process. I get to see the sunrise and the sunset in a beautiful setting. Yes, Lucy, this is a beautiful image that I can already see, I can already feel. Anybody else who has something they want to add in the comments, type it in. Type in the beginning of your vision with us. Because I also believe when you write it, you feel it and you declare it, right? In a safe and supportive space, which is what we're creating here. You start to embody it, you start to envision it, and you have people come alongside you and say, yes, of course you get to have that. I support you. Of course, dream big. Yes, right? But I want to give you a way that makes it even more tangible than putting it in the future. So if you put it in the future, like one day I will, or maybe this I will do someday, or I really hope for this, that energy causes a disconnect. The language that we use is powerful. And when we separate ourselves from our vision, we might just go to our graves without ever having achieved it. Okay? That's one of my biggest fears, is passing away, dying from this lifetime without giving all that I could give to impact humanity, to impact animals, to give in the way that I know I can give, just because I'm afraid or I don't know how, or I come up with these circumstances or excuses or situations. That is compelling for me enough to continue to show up in a big way, right? And of course, I have my values, which I also teach all of my clients. But this piece right here, I want you to connect with your vision as if it's already happening. As if you're going to your journal and you are writing it down like, thank you, this was such a great day, this is what happened. So using Lucy's example, she could say something like, this is the first prompt, today is so beautiful because I'm sitting on the lake, I'm talking with my boys right now. I'm sipping on some tea. It's my favorite tea. It's orange tea with chamomile. And I'm looking and I can see the sunset, and it's purple and it's orange, and I feel so good in my body. And I just read a message from one of the people who read my book, and they wrote me a letter on how my book changed their life. And I just know that I'm serving in the highest way. So do you see how, as I'm describing Lucy's vision, it's not even my vision, but I can feel it in my body. I actually got goosebumps again because I can feel myself there, putting myself in that vision. And when you do that for yourself, you start to feel it, you start to embody it. And, I do have a degree in molecular cell biology. So I know the environment that our cells are in, right, is affected by our thoughts. So if you're now injecting your cells with this power of belief, with this power of possibility, your cells vibrate at this new level. You kind of walk out the front door with the shoulders back. You kind of step into that energy of this being a possibility. And when you step into that energy, people start to be attracted to you. Opportunities are attracted to you. You're more open to maybe that publisher having a conversation with you, to maybe your ideal client was right there, but normally your head is down and you're rushing around thinking of all the things you have to do. But when you step into the energy of it's already done, it's already here, and then you just walk into the world in that way, it changes the way that you show up. It allows you to take aligned action from the energy of already having. Okay. Anybody else who wants some live coaching on their vision, type it in the comments and I will call it out and I will read it off to everybody so that we can really embody it and feel it as well. Julie says, love this. Yes. Lucy says, great reminder. I will write it that way. Yes. And then Julie says, thank you for the example. I've tried it and it's hard for me. And you guys, I know this, especially when you've been experiencing some tough times. And the reason I want you to just allow for it to be hard. Okay. This is why, it's going to be hard if you are just so far from what you think your vision is, right? And this was me. I was in this relationship for 9 years. Okay. And it was a narcissistic relationship. I was codependent. I was always crying. I was kind of brainwashed. I wasn't being treated well. Okay. Let's just put it that way. But what I would do in my journal every day is I would write it like this. I would say, like, I'm so excited that my partner like gives me kisses and hugs and I love him so much and he holds me. And I'm telling you this was not anything that was going on in my current relationship. But what I was starting to do was to cultivate the belief, number one, that I deserve that, right? Because I was in that relationship for so long because of a low level of self-worth. And as I built up my self-worth, I was able to ask for more. I was able to believe for more. And through consistently journaling, I did it for 9 years, right? I journaled for 9 years in this way. And each time I journaled, I believed it more. I became more comfortable with it. I became more comfortable with the thought of being with someone that treated me well, that said, I loved you, that bought me gifts for no reason, that gave me hugs and kisses all the time and just loved on me. And the reason I'm saying that now is because I got married last year. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of marriage with that person who does those things. But I created the vision of having the life I have now. I created that vision 10 years ago. And it took me practicing and practicing and practicing to believe it, to take aligned actions, right? To change who I was, right? Because also I have to take responsibility for that relationship. Who I was as a codependent person, exhibiting codependent behaviors, put me in that relationship. So I needed to shift and change the way I showed up in the world if I wanted to attract someone different. Okay. So allow it to be hard, right? Allow it to be challenging. Don't judge yourself thinking that it should be easy. All right. That is what's going to cause you to stop doing all of this. And then you never create your vision. And then we're still at the same place that we were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. We're still saying, I wish, I wish, I wish. Okay. So I give you permission for it to be hard and for you to do it anyway. And I will even give you a thought that you can use, which is, I am open to this getting easier and easier each day. Okay. So in that way, it's not like you're saying it's not hard. You're not like, this is easy, but you're just open to it get easier and easier. Okay. And for those of you who have kids, or if you can remember learning to ride a bike, this is the same thing. Nobody gets on a bike for the first time without training wheels, and nobody just rides the bike without falling off. You're going to fall down. You're going to skin your knee. It's going to hurt. You're going to say, ouch. You might bleed. Your knee might bleed. But each time you do it, you learn more and more. You get more confident. You build up your core strength. You build up your hand-eye coordination. You start to become more secure in knowing that, hey, I may fall off the bike, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. That doesn't mean anything about me. It just means this is the process that I must go through to learn to ride the bike. And then one day you'll just hop on the bike and you'll be riding it. Okay? But you got to go through the process of learning to ride the bike. That's what this is. Oh, Lucy says the hard gets you to where you are meant to be. That is so good, Lucy. And listen, it doesn't have to be hard. Like, and this is what I'm going to say. A lot of us think that like life is hard. And that's a belief that we have. So we keep putting ourselves in situations that are hard. And then we're like, well, let me make this hard and let me make this hard and let me make this hard. Let's just explore that journaling is really easy. It's like one of the easiest things in life, right? Like there's other things in life that are hard. Let this be the easy thing. That's like, oh, cool. I just get to sit down and journal and write a movie script for my life where I'm the star in it. And I have all these things and it feels great. But this is really curious. And I'm glad, Lucy, you brought this up. A lot of us believe we can't have the car and the house and the man and the money. Like, no, we can't ask for it all. I want you to ask for everything, because guess what? God's not going to give us everything if it's not for the highest good of us and everyone. So don't worry. You're not just going to like get everything all of a sudden and not know what to do with it. Ask for everything you desire, right? The Bible says, ask and it shall be given. Ask for it all and allow the things that are aligned to come to you. Yes, growth. Kirby says growth is typically painful. Any growth. This is interesting, right? Yeah. And it looks like she is in fitness. You're lifting weights. There's a pain. There's a little bit of muscle soreness after. But what you tell yourself about the soreness, right, is going to change the way you feel about the soreness, right? I'm growing. I feel sore. That's why. Okay. So let me get into the rest of these prompts so that I can send you on your way and so that I can actually pick a winner for today's daily prize. And by the end of the 3 days, I'm giving out a grand prize as well. So if you're interested in a chance to earn over $3,000 in prizes, then you're going to want to stay the whole way through. Make sure you're registered by going to CamiKennedy.com/links. Instagram's let me know I've been on for a while. Go to the links, make sure you're registered because you've got to be on the email list in order to win the grand prize. But today, I'm going to give you the rest of this formula so you can journal. You can get off this call and go journal. And then remember, your homework is to make sure you're doing a post. So you don't have to share your complete vision, but I want you to share something because I want you to think about the ripple effect of you starting to transform and change your life and work on your mindset. You have ripple effects on other people in your life. So I want you to share this in a compelling way so that somebody reading what you're writing can also be inspired. And 2 things, make sure you use the hashtag #RecreateYouChallenge and hashtag day1 and tag me at Cami Kennedy so that I can choose a grand prize winner based on all of the posts that you guys are doing. Okay. All right. Here's what we got. Today is a beautiful day because, right? So that's the first thing I have written here. So you can start to write, today is a beautiful day because, just describe your day as if it's already happening. Then go through every area of your life that is important to you. The next one I put is my relationship is. My relationship is passionate and loving because, my partner and I sip wine overlooking the lake, or we enjoy traveling together. Whatever that is, whatever you desire it to be, write it as if it's already happening and already true. My work is, right? My work is fulfilling. I love showing up to serve my clients every day. I feel so honored that I get to do what comes easy for me and I get paid so much money to do it. I love making an impact in an amazing way through XYZ specifically, right? My body is, right? My body is so healthy. I wake up each day. I feel so vibrant. I have so much energy. My body is strong. It is healthy. It is fit. My digestion is so good. I feel so good with everything I eat. My sleep is so sufficient, right? You can go down the list. My wealth is, okay? And I want you to really, really notice what I wrote here when choosing these words. My wealth is. If you are alive, if you are watching me right now, even if you're going through something challenging, you have the wealth of being alive in this moment. Even though there are things going on in this world right now that are challenging, I believe they are causing us to grow. They are causing us to choose to come together. They are causing us to have self-awareness of really saying, how do we want this world to be? Because each of us has our own responsibility in we're co-creating this world together. Do we want division? Do we want hatred? Do we want judgment? Or do we want to connect with one another in a real way? Do we want to have an impact on other beings, whether that's animals or people, right? So going into wealth, my wealth is so abundant. My wealth is invested in these programs. My wealth is, what else did I write here? My wealth is so limitless. It's expansive. It's ever growing. And you might even define my wealth is in my family. My wealth is in my health. My wealth is in my partnership with my animals, right? I love animals in that way. And starting to look at how we're already wealthy. And you can go down the list on every area of your life, okay? And then I want to leave you with this little acronym here. I'm leaning over so you can see it, hopefully. It's the acronym for RICH, RICH. And a few years ago when I went to Bali and I did this transformational retreat, transform my business, transform my life, I kept saying, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. And I use this acronym, and I'll allow you to use it too. Share it with your friends and family. Pick a letter or pick a word for each of these letters that feels true for you so that you can say every day, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. Okay. So I just put a couple at the top for R. I am real, right? Or I am raw, or I am ready. For the I put I'm intuitive, I'm inventive, I'm imaginative. Or maybe I'm introverted, right? It doesn't matter what it is. It's just claiming who you are. For the C, I put creative. Maybe it's connective. Maybe it's compelling. And then for the H, I put healthy. I put happy. Okay. So by doing that, you can start to claim the energy of being rich And you can create it in a way that feels real for you by choosing words that are real. So I invite you to start doing this as a process daily. And if you want to dive deeper into this stuff, I do have a vision board workshop tomorrow, and I'm going to be giving away a prize to one of the participants on this call today. So if you want to be one of the winners, again, here's what I need you to do. Right now, within this post, I need you to comment the word vision. So comment the word vision multiple times, as many times as you want. And I am going to randomly just kind of go up on the screen and pick someone so that you can have an opportunity to be a winner for this vision board workshop tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make the vision board workshop, then don't comment on this one, but tune in tomorrow and you may want to win tomorrow's prizes. So I'm going to give you a moment because it takes about 90 seconds for those comments to come in. So make sure you're using the word vision and you're typing it in over and over again, and I will randomly choose a winner. But before I close out with the winner today, I'm reminding you of how to participate in this challenge. Make sure that you are registered by going to CamiKennedy.com/links. Make sure that you're making it an inspirational post each day, tagging me and using the hashtag RecreateYouChallengeDay1. Okay, tag me. Give a takeaway that's going to help and inspire everyone in your life. Okay, I'm seeing. I'm going to take a couple moments, take a couple drinks. All right, and if I call your name, you will need to message me, okay? Because I don't have everybody's email yet. You will need to message me whenever I call your name to make sure you get this ticket. Oh, yes. I have felt the ebb and flow of feelings, energy through this. Yes, I love this. Good. All right. You know what? Listen, I'm going to pick two because I'm feeling so gracious today. I'm going to pick one from Facebook and one from Instagram. This is my first time doing it on both platforms, and I don't want to leave anybody out. So I'm going to choose one from Facebook and one from Instagram. All right. So I see, who is the person who typed in on Facebook, no pain, no gain? Because I am choosing you, but it says Facebook user. It says Facebook user, and I don't know who you are. So whoever typed in no pain, no gain, you are the winner. Send me a message. All right, let me scroll on Instagram. I see a bunch of comments here. All right. Kirby was the first one to type it in, so I'm going to go with you, Kirby. Congratulations. You are the winner for the Vision Board Workshop virtual online for tomorrow. You are the winner of that. Okay, Jody, you won. Jody, you won. Okay, awesome. So send me a message. Jody won on Facebook. And Kirby, I'm not sure if that's your first name or not, send me a message to get all of the information for that Vision Board Workshop tomorrow. Anybody who wants to join that, simply go. You can buy a ticket. It's $44, you guys. It's like the best price ever. I'm amazing. You're welcome. If you want to join in on that, and meet me back here tomorrow, same place, same time. We're going to go into day 2 of the Recreate You Challenge, which is all about belief. And belief is where all of the work is done. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on Facebook and on Instagram. I love you all. I'm looking forward to seeing your posts. I'm looking forward to hear you inspire others as you do this work. And listen, don't just let this be something that you watched and you're like, oh, that was great, fun. Do it. Do the work, because this is how you transform your life. It doesn't have to be hard. If you're feeling resistance, allow yourself to feel resistance and do it anyway, because you're creating a new life, okay? I love you all. I will talk to you soon. Bye.